Hey, folks, welcome back to the Platinum Guide for AI Limit. And today we are in the Underground Diocese. And, of course, there are some hidden passages and really cool secrets there. So, shall we get started, friends? And I have to say, the longer I play AI Limit, the better it gets. Just from the lore alone, it's really well done, and of course, the hidden items too. So, let's head in here first. And we'll already be talking to the next new NPC, who is quite interesting again. That's the Doctor. We talked to him once, and he briefly opens his shop for us. And with him, we can basically trade boss souls for stronger weapons, but we're not doing that just yet. Of course, you can do it if you want, it's not a problem. What we absolutely need to buy is the monitor helmet. So we already have it in our inventory, make sure to take it with you. Everything else you can buy later. Then continue straight ahead and walk along the left here. And here we can also pick up the tape recorder and then follow the normal path further. And first, climb up the ladder. Here, friends, in this area you really need to be careful because you can easily fall down anywhere. And there are quite a few good hidden spots that have really important items. So, we continue in here, take care of the little guy, and watch out for this guy here. You'll encounter him more often in the level because he also shoots at you from everywhere. Yeah, the level is a bit gross, but still, it's always an awesome level design, I must say. We then walk up here and come up the stairs. Watch out, someone will shoot at you from up here, but he's not that important for now. Just ignore him for now. Let's go left here. And you'll see, there are still some enemies, and we'll take care of them quickly. Once we've dealt with the enemies here, we can of course collect the loot. And that's the guy who's been shooting at you the whole time. So feel free to stay behind here, he can't hit you from here. There's still a climbing diamond to collect here, and back here we have a mobile flame. We'll take a quick look in the chests again, but there's nothing left in them. And then we grab the guy who's been shooting at us the whole time. Just run under here first and be careful to go right here. There's a hidden enemy back here that you can attack from behind. You can. And then you grab this guy here, and he usually falls down. Be careful not to fall down yourself, it's pretty close sometimes. Then go up here once. And then we take care of the guy who's been shooting at us the whole time. And we grab him from behind and yeah. Take him out, and then we can move on. I actually fell down again with the last hit. Well, great, so I ran around again. The dude is taken care of, we go up here once. And then we're here, in the upper area, continue once to the left here. And through these bars here, and now there's another enemy here. You can grab him from behind. It's great if you have the path and then just turn around once. And here on the left in the corner, very hard to see, there's another staircase going down. Caution, walk down carefully. Back here, there's a robot in the corner. And we need to take care of this guy as quickly as possible. He disappears, you know, so feel free to buff yourself with penetration to deal more damage. And take out the guy as quickly as possible. If you don't manage it, it's not that bad. But of course, we want to get all the loot from him. And he gives us crystal bones and, of course, many other items. That's why it would be great if you definitely take care of him promptly. Then run back here into the corner, and there's something in the chest here as well. Namely, there's the glowing quartz, and with that, we can upgrade our weapon right away. Then run back here, and go up the stairs again. And now we can simply follow the path here. What we're going to do is climb up the ladder back here first. There was nothing in the chests here, but we can definitely continue from here. Climb up the ladder once. And then we reach the next floor, and once we arrive up here, there's a hidden chest. Of course, we take it and grab the items from it, and we find the uniform there. And the hood of the Eavesdropper Guild, yes, then through the broken pipe. And friends. As I said, this level has a lot of secrets and hidden paths, so pay close attention. Follow the guide, then walk down here, and you will come to this lower floor, basically opposite where we just were. Be a bit careful here, there's a small enemy and they shoot at you. Just walk along here and back in the left corner, we find some hardy oil balls. Then continue over the pipe and try to go under the platform when you reach the other side. Because the guy shooting at you from above will, of course, want to keep shooting at you. That's why we try to take him out under the platform so we don't get shot. And maybe it will turn out well. So be a little careful there, but otherwise, it shouldn't be an issue. Once you've taken care of the dude here, we can climb up the ladder and take out the guy who's been shooting at us the whole time. So just climb up here and give the guy a good hit. And with that, we've taken care of it. He's guarding a glowing quartz up here. And we need that for the next weapon upgrade, so make sure to take it with you. Then go down here and descend this ladder. And then we come down one level. And back here on the right in the crates, there's something nice, namely salt chunks, which we can always sell for a good price. So take them with you and walk through here. And follow this pipe to this broken part, but don't jump down here. Friends, you should remember that. This part, first, we're going to go back and climb up the ladder again, and now we come to the first hidden path, which is quite easy to miss, so climb up the ladder here. And yes, from here we turn around. Follow this pipe back again to where we came from, and then we can let ourselves drop down here. To find the next path, you can already see. We can go along here again, and from up here, we can let ourselves drop down onto the path. And this is basically a secret path. From here roll over to the right, and it's best to take out the enemy here. And then you're already in the first secret passage. Here we continue along, and then let ourselves drop down to the right, and then you come back to a pipe that's broken at the top. Jump down here and you'll see over there is a little dude, which we definitely need. First, there's the earth back here to increase our potion charges, and we'll do that later, of course. Also, you can still return to the camp at any time, travel now, and increase your potion charges. So, first we take care of the enemy, and now we basically come out there, where we had already seen the ear from above. Carefully walk down here, and get the phosphorus arrows. Then continue to the right around the corner and let yourself drop down here as well. Careful, there's another enemy down there and a small robot, so jump down here. Try to take care of both. The robot from behind shouldn't be an issue. Once you've taken care of him, go back here and grab the oil balls, the hardy ones, and take them with you. Then we continue. Friends, now we're in an area that's relatively hard to reach. Walk to the left here, and now it gets pretty tricky again. Tricky. Go down here at the back, and there's a small soldier down here guarding this area. We'll quickly take care of him, then continue down the corridor. Follow it, let yourself fall down here, and not straight ahead, so not this way. We'll go that way later, but first turn around. And go this way, not down there, but over here and walk across the plank. Now relatively quickly. Because over there, friends, there's a guy who would love to shoot you off the ladder. And that's why you should quickly climb up here, so you have time in the next area. And, as I said, it's pretty well hidden. Climb up once, and you'll end up in the cable car up here. And here it gets pretty tricky, friends. You first need to take out all the enemies so you have enough time, because we need to make a jump to the other car soon, and it's pretty nasty. So first, grab the chest here, and take the next important item, namely the crystal bone. And from here, we simply turn around, continue on, and first break the boxes here, because there's something else inside. A glowing diamond, also these boxes here, and now we need to jump over there. So jump nicely with endurance. Friends, keep the camera very straight, that's very important. And then you'll make it over here to the next wagon. And you can collect something very, very important here, namely read through the note, which isn't that important, but then continue forward. Because back there, there's another very important item. Go in here and take care of the enemies, it shouldn't be a problem. And then we can spend a few minutes here. You can already see a purple glow back there on the left. We definitely want to take that with us, because it's the agreement. Underground diocese. We absolutely need that, too. Give to the trader so that he can sell new items. it's very important that we take it with us. All the way back on the left, there's this note that we've already read through. Now we have to jump back, friends. So be pretty careful here again to make sure you make the jump. Go over here once. And then we basically go back and have already taken the first secret with us. Walk through here once and you'll be back down here. You can now simply go back up the ladder, and then we follow the normal path, so continue straight through. We've climbed down the ladders now, and then we can walk back along the walkway. And now we can let ourselves drop down here at the back. Be a little careful here, friends, so you catch the edge. So make sure you jump onto it like this. And then wait for the robot. A little tip, if you don't move, the robot won't see you. Apparently, it has a motion sensor, and you can easily wait for it here and then take it out. Now slowly sneak up on the two guys, preferably the one on the right first, so the one on the left doesn't notice. And here you can finish them off from behind. Then sneak over to the one on the left. And if you do it right, he won't notice you either. And you can finish him off here too. And maybe give him another hit, and then he'll fall into the depths. Yes, so far so good. Took the Glimmering Diamond. And then carefully over here and to the next ladder. And now we go down one more level and can continue. Namely down here, and there's a small elevator that we need to use now. First, walk along here, go into the wagon. And back here in the corner, there are a few more poison needles. Definitely take them with you. And then we can continue from here by now following this path further, and we go through the train and take a left here. And there's nothing there. So just go straight through here and come out on the other side. There are still two dudes you can take care of, but you don't have to. In the end, we now go into the elevator to reach the next floor. And it's quite strange to record. Well, in any case, when we get to the top. Once we arrive, we come out here, and now we reach a platform where there's really nothing except a zip line, and that's a bit strange. But we just use this zip line, then come to the next area and also to the next checkpoint. And of course, we can first collect the transformation fragment here. Then go down here, and now we have to take care of a few things, friends. Feel free to use the branch or go to the shopping machine. Here, we definitely need to buy the mask. That's very important. You'll need your points soon, so don't spend too many points on upgrading. But definitely activate the branch so you can save your game. Now we can do ability reconstruction because we absolutely need 15 in willpower. And distribute the rest according to your weapon. So for great swords, we focus on strength, for dual weapons on finesse, and the rest into health. 35 is the soft cap, friends. So after 35, you don't get as many points. That's why you should aim for around 35 first. But 15 in willpower is very important, because now we can go down here and meet the lady again, who basically repairs the spells. If she's not here now, then you missed her earlier. There are already 2 places where we can find her. Talk to her once, and then you definitely need enough crystals to buy the seals from her, so feel free to go to the vending machine again and sell trade goods if necessary, preferably salt chunks. They actually give you quite a lot of crystals, and with those you can buy the seals from her, because now we can always buff ourselves with fire or lightning by the researcher seal, ignition seal, and electrification seal here. And with that, you can easily equip your weapon with fire or lightning at any time, which is very important. And for that, we need 15 will. I'm choosing electrification or ignition now. You can switch anytime, it's no problem and pretty cool because you can just buff yourself up and imbue your weapon with fire or electricity, which makes you much, much stronger. And you only need a little bit of sense for that. Alright, so far so good, we've got everything done. Now we're going back to the checkpoint because we want to increase our potion charges first. That's why we're heading to the improvised camp here, where we can turn in the soil we just found. So, go back and talk to the NPC here, who will then examine the soil. And in return, we receive purified soil, which we can use to tend to our staff again. So, go back and press tend to staff here. And then, we gain one more potion. Yes, so, now we've completed everything, friends. That's good. We've become significantly stronger now, especially with the weapon buffs. And then we head back to the community street and can continue playing directly here. It's not much longer until the boss, but there are still a few important NPCs to find. So, pay close attention. From here, we continue and jump down here. And as I said, you can now imbue your weapon with fire or electricity at any time. Fire is, of course, good against necros and human enemies, and electrification is naturally good against robot enemies. So we go down here, and here, electrification makes the most sense. Since, why I chose the flame, I have no idea. Definitely take out the two enemies back here, and they are guarding an item that we definitely want to get. So take them out, and then it shouldn't be an issue. Back here, there's also a transformation fragment, which we've already used for all the seals. That's why these things are always very important. Then just walk straight through here. Is a big robot coming towards you? You can now switch to electrification if you like. You can always do that. Do it in between depending on the enemy coming at you and clear out these two guys. And then we can actually continue. Using special works quite well because we can hit multiple targets now. But I could have waited here to use penetrate again. That would have been better. Well, it works against the cheap ones too. Let's go up here. And there's someone shooting at us from up there. So we'll grab this lady here and quickly take her out before we can continue with the next quest. And yes, she's taken care of. Up here once. And here there's another small, hidden passage. Namely, if you take a sharp left turn here, which is relatively easy to miss, you can walk through here. And here we find the little girl again, who has hidden in the train. Just walk through here and on the left side, yes, you will get a small note, then continue through the train and there she is, sitting and looking quite sad. And, yes, her story is really quite cool, I have to say. These NPC character stories are really well done, I must honestly say. We receive the resonance of the present after the conversation. With her, go through all the dialogues, of course. And then we can simply go back to the main path here, straight through the train, take care of the guy back there in the corner, that shouldn't be an issue, and grab the next item here, which is back in the left corner. And there we have micro-resonance, which is always very, very important for improving. Yes, then we continue, friends, and indeed, we can't go up here right now, so we'll go up on the other side and continue from there. You'll soon come to a pilgrimage site. And that's great, because we can call stone again there. Just keep going straight through here, there's a bus there. In the corner, there's a transformation fragment, take it with you, then follow this path here. And here is another note by a statue, and behind this statue, there's another pilgrimage site. And you can already see it here, they are on a pilgrimage again. That means we can call stone, here again, who of course fulfills his task. Take the life flood with you and then use the earth bell at this spot. And you should receive the message that stone has been called. And it works quite well here too. So, earth bell used, stone, the bearer of the saga has followed the call, and now we have to, course, again. Use our broken branch to get back to the checkpoint, and then we have to quickly run back here to meet stone. From the checkpoint, it's actually quite easy. Run back again. Run along here, pass by the lady, and grab the remaining seals if you haven't bought them yet. And then run all the way through here. You can now simply run past the enemies, it shouldn't be an issue at all. Of course, you can also take them out, to collect some more crystals, which is usually the better way. But, yes, that's entirely up to you. So, you run through, take out the enemies, and then we're back in this area. Of course, we run through here again and up the stairs to take out the lady up there who keeps throwing lightning at us. And we definitely take her out. We continue up the stairs and, of course, head back to the pilgrimage site, where we can also meet Stone and continue his quest line. Friends, you must always call stone at these pilgrimage sites. His quest really goes throughout the entire game, and there are significantly more locations, so definitely always keep that in mind. Yes, then he gives us his reward again, a bit of loot and some crystals, and that's always great. With him, there's plenty for free, and we can also upgrade at the next checkpoint. So far so good, we've advanced Stone's quest, and now we can continue. Namely, just over here. And yes, just keep going along here, and back there it could get really tough, so be really careful. The enemy is really strong, so it's best to buff up a bit here. And there he is, and I have no idea why I pressed the map there. But we've already filled in a lot. Yeah, be a bit careful here. It's best to use electricity, of course. And then go in properly, and you should be able to defeat him. He's quite aggressive and has relatively high health, so make sure to wake up beforehand. I just rushed in a bit blindly, but it's not too bad. We can still take him down, of course. His attacks are quite predictable, so yeah, use Special Tooth if necessary and keep an eye on your energy. But theoretically, he shouldn't be a problem, friends. Using Special works really well. Depending on which weapon you have, you could stagger him quite well and then hit him afterwards. Yeah, so it's almost done, and now we're also getting the breakthrough. And then he's gone faster than he can blink. So, we have the type Glimmering Diamond, Transformation Fragment, and Micro Resonance. All good stuff, of course. We'll take the loot, and don't miss the note back here in the left corner, although it's not that important. So, we can read through them to learn a bit more about the story. Yeah, then we just continue from here and follow the path. Down, to the left. And now we're about to reach the boss, friends. So, walk along this path again, and before that, there's a branch to activate, which we definitely want. So, let's go through here and follow this path. Some lightning ladies will appear here, and we can continue on from here. Just go straight through here. It's really hard to miss. Walk all the way along here, take care of the lady here. And then we can already see the branch below, and that's where we're heading now. So just go straight through. There are still some fights coming up here. A relatively strong enemy will appear soon. Therefore, make sure you have enough potions with you. Take care of the guy here, and then we can grab the stuff back here on the left. And here, we get another transformation fragment. Then, we take the loot that the guy here left behind. And we grab his other friend here. And, of course, we take him out too and collect the remaining items here. You can just keep following the path straight ahead, but there are still some important things you should take with you, which you should actually be able to see. Walk along back here. And yes, at first, I didn't see the stairs here, strangely enough, because they're kind of well hidden. I was thinking, where am I supposed to go now? But back here on the left in the corner, you can go down once. And yes, then, there's a ladder here and there's another gathering place. We can't call stone here, but it's very important to use electrification here, because there's a relatively strong enemy down there and a smaller one. And we have to go that way, and we also need the items here. They are very important. Arm yourself with penetration and electricity, and then it's into the fight. And we take care of the two here. Nice, directly use the special, then he can't do much. As I said, you'll occasionally get lightning from the other one, but that should actually work pretty well. However, he stands his ground and really pays attention. He really hits hard. And you really have to be a bit careful with the opponent. I feel like it's getting harder in the game. It's really a slight curve, and if you thought the bosses were manageable, I can only tell you, it gets really brutal later on. There will be some serious fighting then. So, we picked up a holy blood crystal once. You then go back here into this corner, because there are still some chests, and we'll definitely take those with us. There's also a roast band there, and in these chests, there's something else, namely glowing quartz. And we definitely want that to be able to upgrade our water right away. Run all the way through here, and now we basically reached the branch and the next checkpoint. And you can already see it here. It's glowing. Use the branch and also get the memory back there, because we need all the memories to get all the spells and seals. So go over here and activate the memory. And with that, we've done it. But don't go to the boss right away. Friends, very important. Get the transformation here, activate the branch, and first head back here. And there's another ladder here, and we'll find an NPC whom we've met several times before. And if he's not here, friends, then you have Euphoria. You've missed the NPC somewhere. And that would be bad, because you'd have to go back and make sure to get them to this place to advance their quest. You will then receive 2 more shimmering diamonds and can continue through here and now back to the checkpoint. And we'll also take on the boss zone, which is important. He's vulnerable to electrification, so make sure to grab that as an enchantment for your weapon, and then we can actually go in. You can now upgrade your weapon. You should have 3 shimmering quads by now. But only on the weapon that you really like, and that you will definitely keep using. Level up a bit more, and then it's time for the boss fight. And it's actually pretty easy, at least I thought so. But that's always dependent on the weapon you have and so on. So electrification is definitely the way to go. And penetration is, of course, still good when we activate it. That way, we can deal a decent amount of damage. Go in once, and we'll take on the boss Sanktus. Yes, as you can see, he shoots a few things directly at you at the start. But it shouldn't really be a problem if we go in here directly with a special. You see, you're hitting him pretty well. Yes, half robot, half human. And yes, penetration kicked in. That's why she's already at half energy. And as I said, friends, this is another easy boss. But they get really tough later on. I wouldn't have thought that either. I always thought the bosses here were super easy. But later, they get really intense. Definitely take this one down. That really shouldn't be a problem. You see, the damage is enormous. Especially with penetration, it works pretty well. And then he's done for. Yes, friends, we're at the end of the episode here. You just go back to the checkpoint now. And it's best if you level up and so on. And then we can go through the seal back here and enter the next section, which I'll show you in the next video. And there are some hidden NPCs again, friends. So stay tuned, give a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it, and see you next time.